Hello, I'm Rosjke. I'm a mother-daughter relationship therapist, and I have worked with thousands of mothers and daughters from many different countries and cultures over the last 25 years. I'm the author of two books, The Silent Female Scream and The Mother-Daughter Puzzle, and I've founded the Mother-Daughter Coaching International, which is a training organization where I teach fellow coaches and therapists how to work with mothers and daughters and how to certify as a mother-daughter coach. Often when a therapist or a coach applies to join the mother-daughter attachment training course that I offer, we talk about mother blaming and how patriarchy sets up mothers. Patriarchy creates a lot of mother blaming, not just within society, but also within the therapy world. We talk about how mothers and daughters, maybe the mother-daughter relationship is missing in many training organizations. In fact, most training organizations, even though the mother-daughter relationship is central to understanding women's lives and women's reality and what's been going on generationally for women, and particularly women's generational experience with sexism and patriarchy. So all that, and a lot of my students are frustrated about this fact that this is missing from training, from therapy and coaching training organizations. It's actually shocking, really, because it reflects how the marginalization of women, and also it reduces the lack of understanding on how patriarchy blames mothers. I want to talk for a minute about attachment theory, for example. Attachment theory, John Bowlby's and Mary Ainsworth attachment theory is bang on. It really does help us understand what we need as infants and as babies and infants, and actually throughout our lives, in terms of how to develop a sense of a good attachment with ourselves and in our relationships. But what it also does is blames mums. It's embedded within the theory, and this theory is now part of the collective consciousness. I mean, it's used within organizations, within love relationships. So it's really seeped out into the general society. But along with it is also how mothers are set up to be the primary caregiver and therefore then blamed for not providing what their child or what children need. And what's missing in that understanding is that just like mothers and daughters don't relate in a cultural vacuum, i.e. they relate within a family and a societal and a cultural environment, and what's going on in that environment deeply impacts how the mother and daughter relate, i.e. how women are treated within the family and within their culture and within society, will directly impact how that mother and daughter relate. And the same is true for mothers. Mothers do not mother in a cultural vacuum. As I talk to my students about, the limits to how a mother can mother is defined by the amount of support, emotional support, financial support, and physical support that she gets. If she does not get the emotional, physical, financial support she needs, it will deeply impact how she can be as a mother. So what needs to be added is an understanding, and that's what we talk about in the training course, is understanding as mothers are people first. Mothers are people who have lives, who have had lives before them, and identities of sense of self that doesn't get erased when they become a mother. And that role as a mother is deeply impacted by the environment, the family, the cultural, and the societal environment, and how mothers are treated and how women are seen, and the gender role expectations that are respected, and the sexism that is normalized within the family and the culture and society, deeply impacted by all of those dynamics. So for me, actually, I feel that this is the next step in feminism in terms of understanding, again, the silencing of what women need, which I talk about all the time in my training and with my clients, which generationally, like my grandmother, her needs were absolute. That language didn't even exist, nor did it for my mother. And we're now learning that there's this missing language, and it's related to what do women need, what do girls need emotionally, and what do mothers need. Thanks for listening. If you'd like more information, if you're a therapist or coach about training, go to motherdaughtercoach.com. And if you're looking for a therapist, again, go to motherdaughtercoach.com and find a coach. And there's, because my graduates, my certified mother-daughter coaches and graduates on my training program are listed there. Thanks a lot. Remember, mothers and daughters are powerful. That relationship has the power to facilitate generational change and create a society where women are heard and are equal.